Oh, god damn it, this is just what you need. More baked goods. John, you do not say no to cookies. I command you to get them. You totally abjure the hell out of that idea. You're so busy abjuring, you don't even notice Rose has been trying to pester you this whole time. Hit John in the head with box to get his attention. You give John a swift drubbing in the noggin, but he is undeterred. That is some fit he is throwing. Perhaps you will take this spare moment to contemplate the nanosprite's strange tale. It may also behoove you to record your thoughts on these developments in your GameFAQ.
No.
In walkthrough/journal. It can be hard finding time to update it. In fact, you're not even sure where you found the time to write what's already there.
No. Don't touch it. Jaspers.
Oh, is that so, Jaspers? And just who do you think you're looking at with that smug grin? The last thing you need is sass from a dead cat. It's pretty much all his fault you're in this mess. Why? So you can just button it. John! Cookies! Now! You refuse outright. This impotence is insufferable! Go get the cookies! Well, when you put it so politely, how can John decline? John, you are stupid! You really need to work on your manners. Stupid, dumb! That's not a command, it's nothing. It's stupid. You're stupid. For the last time, I command you to get the cookies, boy. It's just not gonna happen, buddy. Years in the future. For the last time, I command you. But really not enough to write home about. An agitated finger slips mid-keystroke.
Oh. Go back.
No, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alright, some pause. He's surprised. There's beans and mustard. Human etiquette. Alright.
Oh, no!
Oh my god, I unlocked the album Homestuck Volume 1!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Do you want me to read this in my Rose voice? You want to take a break from...
No, it's okay. We can keep going. Sorry, I got text.
Do you want me to do the reading here, or...?
No, I can do it. It's okay. You've already done enough.
Thanks, man.
It's just so long. I always skip these when I read it.
Well, did you... clearly, you didn't read the WikiHow.
I didn't read... The WikiHow was written like a year ago. 2 years ago?
It was updated 2 years ago.
Well, fuck me then, because the last time I read this was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find out when it was actually uploaded.
I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I spare any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you would find yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which if followed would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes 2 of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears that prototyping the kernel sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the medium. Also, if prototype with 1 or 2 sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise.
It doesn't say when the WikiHow was made, but it is in the category books.
Oh. It offers the chance to have all this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations as an assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though to what extent this is actually bad news, I'm not sure. I only know the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before the departure and once after, which brings us to the good news, which is you can still prototype after your departure and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide, so long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker and your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you are struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So, yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I allude to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, neither before or after, none. Those occurring before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process, and your guide, i.e. the sprite, those occurring after will only affect the sprite. Oh my god.
Fucking hell!
The wall of text. Okay. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the inciposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces you will struggle against, and generally all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which again I derived through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging an instance of a dimension with a highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objectives surrounding an equally flexible mythological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template, and evolves with the player's actions, and likely further evolves with the addition of more host-client connections, and thus more prototype kernels. I regret to say I can't be much more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however. Questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter. And even more salient are questions about the dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure, or is a unique blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There is no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client/server pair activates its own fresh copy of an inciposphere, or a unique session, if you will.
Jesus, we're almost done.
But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client, but through a mishap, my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement. The only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together, until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we would complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as a server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of this dimension, there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does, and if this proves to be the case, trust I will be sufficiently numb to the realization. Should I read all the stuff crossed out? Yes.
Probably.
I can consider nothing about this game surprising at this point, and in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained on good authority during the prototyping phase, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs, securing the dark, twisting paths to necromancy, were blundered into rather than on accident. But perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization lead may be waist deep in Lyrogic sludge. Trim down. Bleh.
She's not finished with this yet. Jeez, cut her some slack. Maybe you can go bug someone somewhere else for a while, or at the very least, someone else. Months in the past, but not many. Okay, what? Oh, God. Okay. All right. All right. Cool.
All right.
The girl.
Show Pestilog.
Hi, happy birthday, Rose.
Oh, hello, and thanks.
Did you get John's present yet?
I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask about it now. I am stunned.
Yeah, I know. What will you make with it?
And who said it was something from which something else could be made?
Well, John did tell me what it was, duh.
I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I can do in response to the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make perfectly reasonable analytical remarks.
Oh, but Rose, I don't think he meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say, the way you and Dave always do.
Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it?
Yep, I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years.
Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or if you're even capable of it.
Hehehe. I just mailed it too, so it is sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here.
I'll probably craft something with strong sentimental value. That should burn him.
I don't think you really mean that.
I guess not. So, shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into?
No. Sorry, but you're sort of hard to shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you will like better than something in a box.
Oh,
It's a tip!
this is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts parachuting from the sky. Please go on.
Did you have a pet a long time ago that died?
Yes.
Okay, well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot?
Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat, or that it was male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your questions, I would describe my feeling towards the animal as lukewarm.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you he could play a game that would bring him back to life?
If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you?
Yes, that someone is me. I just thought you might find it interesting.
So what is this game?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying it's all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk John and Dave about it. Talk John and Dave about it. They are way more into all this stuff than I am.
I'll see what the word on the street is about it in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with John's present.
Dave, get katana. You capsulate your katana and prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe, retrieve dead bird. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with this sick heat. The sun threatens to set, but won't take off. Well, but won't step off. It's staring you down like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove. It's tracing around the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to have suspended time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain the season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this sizzle a little bizzle, set the record straight on this global turning tizzle. Then this. English romantic poet John Keats. I'm honestly offended that they did that. I love John Keats. All right, go into the living room.
Oh, God.
Sorry, little dude, come through. Gotta put you down for a bit. You figure you left him hanging long enough. Hastily enter the room with wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face. A friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his days in here. At night, he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere, though. There's the puppet chest he stores little Cal in when he takes him out on gigs. But when he's home, he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Pity the fool. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet. Do you know Mr. T?
I don't think I do.
He's like an actor. He's really cool.
Oh.
Most famous for A-Team, I would say. If you know what A-Team was.
No.
Okay.
You know I don't know any movies.
Which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound humorous irony. But as usual with your bros exploits, Jesus Christ, this is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that his awesomeness was also sort of the joke. But in this case, the joke is the joke, and the degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny, but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding subtle strata of irony which are utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also, for good measures, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hope you can be as good as your bro at this someday. You'd never tell him that though. Find little Cal and give fist bumps.
Oh my god.
Cal's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strung about haphazardly. You guess these things are kinda cool. Sort of. Play a game on the Xbox. It looks like your bro was playing. It's not like him to leave in the middle of the game some totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Alright. How did you miss that? Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal? Yeah, you better fucking believe we be chill. Cal's the man. Resist great urge to play bro's Xbox. You fail to resist the urge. You start thrashing up stunts something uncanny brutal on your quest for Mad Snaxio, and get this way rude hunger and control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with that hook. The hook is dead to that shit. But you get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something, like a railing or a piece of some wall, you have to reset. Fuck this shit. Give Lil Cal a bro fist bump. Aw man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the C-Man some props. Check out your bro's sweet gear. Jesus Christ, I hate this so much. Your bro has so much sweet gear, it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here's his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peek. Look at brother's computer. Okay. Your brother's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got going on the burners. Of course, you know what the password is, and he knows you know it. You're both cool with that because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. Delirious, biz nasty, complete bullshit, and then a bunch of new folders. And no one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use the application Complete Bullshit to keep up with the ludicrous amount of websites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip on the scene. Open Complete Bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is complete bullshit. Check if Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff has a sweet update. Your bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs, and of course, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You navigate to the latest comic in one of the many bullshit feed bands.
I'm scared we'll end up with nudity if we click on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn it! Mouse over the orange stripe containing plush rump.
Plush rump.
Oh god.
Oh,
I hate this.
yeah, me too.
Another one of your bro's many ironic websites. The difference here is he rakes in thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Smuppets are a multi-billion-dollar a year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze from the plump udder of that cash cow. Stop wasting time and look for bro's beta. You guess you've messed around on his computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose, or worse yet, your bro catches you. But my god, the rumps. They are transfixing. I hate that this is going on the internet. You know this is ironic and all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony you can only dream of, daring to fathom. But on rare occasions, when your guard is down, it all just seems a tad unsettling to you.